Have you ever done a puzzle rush on chess.com? Puzzle rush is a very useful tool which you will find right here next to puzzles, where you basically can solve as many puzzles as you can within 3 minutes or 5 minutes or survival. Survival basically means there's no time limit. The moment you make three mistakes, you're out. That applies to all the three formats. So I'm preparing for a couple of tournaments this month in Bangalore and also a federated tournament this month. So I'm training myself to basically doing puzzles is a way to stay in shape. You see things better on the chessboard if you train tactics, do puzzles. So hopefully this will also help you understand how to solve these puzzles in Puzzle Rush. Let's go. Let's see how far I can get. All right, let's check. So first question. So we start from easy and then it goes higher and higher to more difficult questions. It is a check. You basically have only one option here, yeah? Nothing much to think actually. Okay. Here it's a mate. We have rook here, checkmate. King can't come up because of the pawn. Okay. Free piece and checkmate. Right? Okay. This is a back rank mate. The king is stuck on the last line. So all we have to do is go and give a check. Okay. Here this is another back rank mate. So whenever we do these questions, we train ourselves to look for the checks in the position. So here there's a check and it's mate. Right? So once you practice this, you'll get better and better at this. Here you can see bishop and queen are looking at the knight. So we just take the knight. Checkmate. Okay. You can see the rook and queen both looking here. So we just give checkmate. Okay. You can see the queen and knight looking at h7. So we just give checkmate. So the starting few questions are usually one move checkmates or free pieces. Here you can see queen check is there, but queen will block. Am I missing something? So here we need to calculate. What am I missing? So queen check, queen blocks. And then where is the next check? Queen check, queen again blocks. And then rook check. That's mate. Yeah, that's it. Queen check. And if you're careless, there'll be checkmate down here. Right? So we got to be careful. Okay. So the computer stopped there itself because it's a starting question. Like we are on 9 right now. And without any mistakes. 3 mistakes and we're out. Okay. 10th question. We have a checkmate. You can see the bishop and queen. So we just go here. Check. This is tricky, but not really. You have a knight and queen both looking at c7. So we just come here. Checkmate. Back rank mate, but don't go here because they will take our bishop. So that's why the question is not that easy. Like it's higher rated, like 700 plus. So we go queen b8 and it is checkmate. Making blocks, but just perfunctory blocks. So this is a very common pattern that appears in chess.com. If you directly go here, you lose a queen. When you take back, king will take back. So first we go queen f7, king is forced away, and then we play queen f8. And then rook takes is checkmate. Okay. You have queen f7, and when king moves, you have knight takes pawn, and when king moves, we have checkmate. It takes, check, and then checkmate. Okay, this is the same pattern as the one we did like 2 questions back. We go here, pushing the king away, and then we go down. And when he takes, we take back, checkmate. Okay, what do we have here? We have a check. Immediately, my eyes would go to a check. So this is a check, right? But what next? How does it lead anywhere? If king goes to g7, let's say, we give another check. And then when king moves, we give another check here. This needs a little bit of calculation, right? What am I missing? Queen takes pawn is the only check. And if rook, okay, what is the material right now? We are down an exchange. That's another thing we have to understand. Any position, if there's a lot of pieces, we have to understand what are we down by. So we're down by an exchange, a rook for a bishop. Now after this, he does this, we can do bishop d5. We're threatening queen takes pawn, right? So that should be good. So the main line is king somewhere, king g7. Then what do? We give a check. Oh, we can give a check here, right? But then king will go back. Then we give a check again. King will come here. And then we give a check with the bishop. He'll give up the rook and the material will be equal. I still don't see the win, basically. Queen takes pawn. Rook blocks, we have bishop d5 and we get the rook. So king g7, right? King g7. We play queen e5. King will go back to g8. Then bishop d5 check. If rook takes, we take back with a check. And when king moves back here to g7, we give a check again. King will go back. He can't go to h8 because then rook takes rook. He'll go back. Then we again give a check. And when king comes to g7, yeah, now I got it. When king comes again up to g7, we give a check here. King will go back to g8 and we play rook take rook. Yeah, got it, got it. It's a long line. I don't think the computer will make me do till the end because it just, what is the question number? It's question number 16. So cannot be that tough. Oh, he blocked. Then we just go bishop d5. If rook takes bishop, we are not going to take back now. We're going to take here and then we'll take back. Again, the rook is pinned, so he can't play rook take. Oh, he gives up the queen. Just rook takes, pawn takes, and king moves. Yeah. So we're up a queen then. Rook can't take its pinned. Just king f1. Don't go king h1. He will get checkmated. King f1, and now we are completely winning. Queen for a rook. An endgame. Black to play. Important to understand which side we're playing on. Sometimes we think a lot and then we get it wrong because we don't know which side we're on. White to play, black to play. This is black to play. There is a free pawn. He'll also take a pawn. Then we take first. Then he'll take. We should be ahead, right? We just push. Yeah, because when he takes this, his king will be here. And we're going to promote here with check. So takes. Okay, what if he takes here? Then he doesn't have a pass pawn. So he'll have to take here anyway to promote this. So we take here. And now we just push. Okay, do we take? Okay, let's calculate. Push. Let's say it takes. Push. He pushes. We push. He pushes. Not that. He pushes. We promote with a check. So we get the pawn as well. So that's winning for us. Do we need to calculate anything else? Look, push. King moves. Then we just take here. Push. King moves. Push. King moves. And then king up. And if king moves, king here. Yeah, that's winning. We just push. We ignore that pawn. Again, the point being we are promoting with a check, so he can't promote. So our queen will be extra. We have to just go and pick up his pawns. Okay. What do we have here? We have, I see a check. You can see this nice bishop covering this square. So check, takes, and queen check. Mate. Right. What do we have here? Feels like we might get a piece. Removing the defender, bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen takes. But what happens if bishop takes? He takes here. Then where is the win? And then if you just take back, he also takes back. You can't take here because queen is defending. So where exactly is the win? So bishop takes. If he takes here, we can play bishop takes there, right? Yeah, and then if bishop takes, we can take with the queen. Yeah, that should do it. But I think the question will. He played bishop takes knight. What does it change? So we take back, of course, and then if he takes here, wait, what does it change? So we take back. That is automatic, yeah. He takes there. Okay, he took there, so it's easy for us. We just take the bishop. What if he had taken here? Because if he had taken here, if you take back, he takes back. We have a bishop. He has a knight. It's same. And if he takes here, you take here. He plays rook g8, and then we can take. Yeah. So that is the line. So anyway, the computer gave us the easier like challenge because it's still question number 19, right? So now we take, of course. Okay. Feels like a sack. Does it work? Yeah. Takes, rook blocks, and checkmate. The queen is nowhere in the picture. And checkmate.